To weave an ends in moss stitch, what we need to do is follow this looping pattern. And when we look at it macroly, it seems pretty simple. See here, we got a loop there, and then it comes down, and then we loop here. But once we start putting the yarn in, it actually can get a little dizzying. So I am going to move through this really slowly. So I'm going to use a contrasting piece of yarn, just so you can see better. Okay, so there are two kind of stitches that we're going to be working with, and I'm going to be talking about them as foreground loops and background loops. And the foreground loops you can see sit up high like this, and then the background loops, and these are the easy ones. Foreground loops are going to be easy, and then the background ones, once we start getting in there, it's going to be a little more difficult. So let's start with a foreground loop. So you see this little bar right here. We go up through here, and if your tail doesn't start around this area, it starts around a background loop, just hang on and watch till I get to that part, and then you can start there. So, but we're going to go up through this bar, and we're going to follow this loop all the way around and back down through the bar. Okay, and then we go down, we follow this, and you want your yarn to sit on top. So don't go underneath, go over the yarn to kind of, it's like its own duplicate stitch. Okay, and now we're working with a background loop. And so we're following it down through this leg and then up. And then there's a little bar here, and you can see the top of that loop sitting just there. So here's the bottom one coming out. And we go up through that, and then up through that bar. And then the top of that loop, you can see, comes back down. And remember to stay on top of it. So it goes through here. I'm going to do that in two parts though. So it goes through this leg next to it. And then when we come out, we're going to be right by one of those bars again. And we can just come up through that. And then we're back to that first loop. So again, we go through these two legs to complete the loop. And back down through the bar. And if you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, sometimes it can be easier to pull your yarn apart, and you can just follow where this yarn goes. If you pick at it a little and you have your yarn pulled apart, if you pick at it, you can usually see where it is tugging. Okay, so we've got the bottom of this loop right next to where we came out of. You see how it's like, you see how we kind of have a wave going right there. So we go up, following it through this, and then we can see there's the top of it there, so we go underneath. And if you ever start feeling lost, like you feel like you had your place and then you start feeling lost again, because that's how I feel sometimes when I'm doing this. I can very clearly see the loops before I do it, and then once I start covering them up, I lose it a little. You can always unpick a little bit and kind of pull your yarn apart and examine it and kind of reorient yourself. Which is kind of what I have to do now because I was just talking. Okay, so yeah, so here's the top here, and then we're going under there. And we're staying on top of our yarn. It's not the easiest, but you do get the hang of it a little bit when you've done enough. So just keep going, don't give up. You'll get it.